Listen, listen. This is basically NBA YoungBoy. Wayno. This is Wayno. Excuse me. He talking about NBA YoungBoy. Put him in a bad situation, and I didn't. I found out something new about NBA YoungBoy. Right, with the way he responded to his mother. Truth be told, I'm gonna handle this lightly because, Mama, you probably watching my channel right now. I'm gonna keep it a buck. We haven't always been on the up and up. You know what I mean? And I still love you. You know what I mean? And I think that when you realize that we weren't really on the same type of time, you realize that I kind of fell back. I love you. You know what I mean? But I love you in my way, if that makes any sense, right? And I think that NBA YoungBoy has done the same with his mother. Now, I'm not correlating the way that she responds in the same way as, you respond. I'm just saying that the aspect that a lot of men have to do this to get out of that mommy issue. And even some people will still call it mommy issues because I don't love her the same way that I did when I was a kid. But again, I'm no longer a kid, which is why I understand NBA YoungBoy's take the way he's about to take, right? I'm no longer a kid. So of course I'm going to view the world differently, my family differently, my mother and my father differently. You know what I mean? And why they did what they did, how they had me, how I came into being, how I came into existence. And just family dynamics, you know what I mean? What type of family I would want. Now, again, I'm the reason why I'm not correlating you because you didn't make a son that did what he did or does what he does. You understand what I mean? I think I did do pretty good for myself. You know what I mean? But I want to first start off with love because what this nigga about to do. This nigga NBA YoungBoy, listen, NBA YoungBoy, I think that I was laughing at the end of this shit because it's like he's so sincere when he say this shit and he's so serious. And that's probably why I couldn't be like, he probably would be like, nigga, you play too damn much, bro. Cause I'd be laughing at this nigga, dog. I would be laughing at him because it's like he dead ass. Like people that be dead ass to me, I've always been like, I find it not so much entertaining, but more so like refreshing because like people are not this fucking for lack of better words, I wouldn't say real, but people are not this upfront with the way that they feel about their fucking parents. I heard this in a minute, but
it's not spoken about a lot or even.
And also the reason why Wayno is going over this is because Wayno just recently lost his mother. My condolences. I said in this comment section, but my condolences, Wayno, to you and your loss. There's some things that I don't agree with Wayno, but when it comes to this topic, I definitely agree with the aspect of maybe his mother shouldn't have said that, but I understand why NBA YoungBoy is the way he is because of his mother. You understand what I mean?
Enough. A lot of us have had mommy issues.
But just like NBA YoungBoy, he was also raised by his grandmother. And I'm not going to hold you. I was too. Grandma's baby. You feel me? Grandma's baby. I'm grandma's baby. It's a lot of those niggas that's grandma's baby because of us not really growing into a man. We realized that maybe mama wasn't really, you know what I mean? Like at that time, wherever that time was, you know what I mean? My mama at the time, she was trying to kick me out the house. She wanted me on the street type shit. You feel me? So it's like, it let her tell it now. She'd be like, no, I didn't. No, I heard you. I heard you. I heard you. You feel me? No shot, no harm, no foul. But I heard what you said. You told it to me verbatim. Okay. But grandma baby like, nope, not my son, not my grandbaby. You know what I mean? And I respect her and I still love her to this day. You feel me? I love her to death. You feel me? Like if I need to, I'm wiping the shit off her ass. I'm the caretaker. You feel me? I just got to do what I got to do because of how she was just there for me. But yeah, it's a lot of people that are my age and younger that feel the same way I do about the grandparents compared to the actual parents. And it's just it's weird how that works. It's weird how that fucking works. But it does work. Some people have some really fucked up grandparents. Let me keep it a buck. I've heard the horror stories, but to the people that understand, y'all understand.
Tons of us. I come to y'all not necessarily venting, but sharing. Right? As much as I loved my mom up until the day that she passed, there's different instances in my life with my mom where we didn't see eye to eye.
Yeah.
And other people will have their opinions about that, right? And I'm speaking for like just men in general, right? Like other people who may not know what your situation was with your mom personally. Yeah. They only know what they saw when they seen y'all, may think that you are just like out of your mind.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know what he's going through with his mother personally, but I can tell from how he's speaking, especially at one point in time, NBA YoungBoy didn't say shit. Yeah. That is whatever it was.
Yeah, there was a point in time
affected him. And he also is saying about like, you know, he still loves his mother.
Yeah.
And I think that's the most important part. But
I agree.
now we on the internet. And what happens when the family feuds on the internet? Everybody else wins. Everybody
Yeah.
else gets a chance to like chime in and give their takes and speak from a standpoint of observation. My standpoint immediately is not to clown NBA YoungBoy.
Me either. I just want to make sure that's clear. I think that a lot of us, be it men and women, go through this with their parents, like direct parents. And a lot of the times I hear even women go through this with their mother. It's not just the men. There are a lot of women with mommy issues because of how they were treated as children. What I would say, and I've heard the example, is that a lot of women were raised to be so much about me, that when a child comes into this world, it fucks up the me, right? And I know how it sounds is crass to the mothers, but a lot of the times they realize that it's no longer about me with that child, and it kind of builds a low level contempt for that child. You know what I mean? That's why you go into the examples the sayings that people say, that at the aspect of, you know, when the child reminds them of their father, you know, or the significant other that they are no longer attached to, you know what I mean? They will have some type of contempt. And it's like you think in your head, going back to what I said originally, like it's no longer about you. So even if that child reminds you of that person, you still got to push through that shit. You know what I mean? Even if that child may do some crazy, wrong, bad shit from time to time, not crazy, outrageous shit, you know what I mean? Like trying to unalive somebody, but just bad kid shit, you know what I mean? And you still got to be a parent to that, you know what I mean? You still got to be responsible for that young person. And it's hard to then teach that same person that had that child in that state of, you know what I mean, I got to do for what I got to do for myself and my own. And when that's why people say the saying, when the child comes into the world, it's no longer about you. It's no longer about your feelings. It's no longer about your emotions. It's truly about how that child is feeling. Are you emotionally caring for that child? You know, are you emotionally present for that child? Not just giving the child what they need and to survive, but also understanding the emotions of that child. You know what I mean? And making sure that is also held to a certain light. You know what I mean? And a lot of the times the emotions part can create what we see, where it's kind of like, it can go one of two ways. I can respect you and politely decline, or I can say, fuck you. You feel me? On like what it be a young boy about to say, like, fuck you. Fuck you. You feel me?
Not to
that nigga crashes the fuck out.
Situation with him and his mother, because like I said, I've had my own issues with my mom, and my mom is no longer here. But that's the biggest thing, is like, if you still got your mother right now, my nigga, I'm not saying that whatever they went through don't mean nothing or don't affect you.
Yeah.
But in the end, because I've gone through that now, you would like to figure that out.
Yeah.
Well, here's his
try to figure it out.
Responding
to
what he said.
Kentrell, you don't talk to me or you don't talk to your fucking kids. Quit playing on me on this internet. I let you lie on me too many motherfucking times. I went down there when you did that video with that man. That man went in your kitchen while I was in your kitchen. Quit playing on me, bro. I don't give a fuck if you don't never call me. Just stop lying on me, bro.
Now, as we see his mother's temperament, her attitude.
Now, I've seen videos of his mother saying that I'll get my son to shoot your ass. I'll get my son to shoot your ass. We've talked about that. The women using their sons as proxy pit bulls to handle their situations in life. You know what I mean? To take care of the situations that the father should be taking care of, or the man of that house should be taking care of. They'll use their sons in those moments. We've seen that a lot of the times. We don't talk about it a lot, but we should, when it comes to how sons are used as pit bulls, you know what I mean? To protect the family. And then the son is kind of casted away when they actually assert dominance in the household for doing the role of the man. They're told to sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up because you're just a boy. It's just like it's confusion that you cause in that little man's head, because he shouldn't be doing it in the first place. You know what I mean? He should be a child first. But I wanted to go straight to the response of what he said after the fact, which I feel this shit.
Here's NBA YoungBoy speaking with Marco regarding what just went down with his mom.
I done came across this bitch. Look, I done came across this bitch with my Iranian dat, nigga. Your pussy said you supposed to come to my defense and help me out But you won't get on that bitch out and come. Man, that retarded that lady know damn well nigga ain't say nothing about her wrong. All I said is I never talk to that lady again. She go on that bitch flash and talking about don't lie on me and this and that. Then, bro, you watch. She say she was right there while we did the interview. Man, this lady is fucking mentally ill.
And this is what he
But just
said.
like
This is what he said. I want to make sure
my
that
relationship with my mom.
this is what he said. I want to make sure that this is what's understood. This is what he said before all of that, right?
It used to be a big part of my anger until I told myself, like, it's just certain shit you can't fix. Like, certain people you're not going to just bond with in a way that you expect or the way that you desire.
I respect this shit.
Basically just long for and just hope for. So I started loving my mom from a distance. Like,
That shit right there, what he said is the realest shit, dog. Because that's exactly what a lot of us go through. I know for a fact that I did. I want to play it again.
that you expect of people you not myself. Like, it's just certain shit you can't fix.
You
like,
can't. That's okay, though.
People you're not going
You're not going to fix them.
just bond with in a way that you expect or the way that you desire. Basically just
You can't force nobody
long
to
for and just
do
hope
right
for.
by you.
So I started loving my mom from a distance. Like, today I never like speak to her again. Like, we'll never talk again. I know this for a fact, but I love her. Like, I care.
But I love her and I care.
I hope she know that too. I want
And
her
I
to
hope
know
she know that. And I want her to know that. That's all he said. And you seen the response that she said. You understand what I mean? That energy, that mad, hateful, anger energy. And this is why he goes off the way he goes off. I'm gonna make sure I play that back again. This is why he goes off the way he goes off, because he did not say nothing wrong. He didn't.
Boy, I done came across this bitch. Look, I done came across this bitch with my
He
with my
didn't really say
Iranian
anything.
That nigga.
He didn't really say
Fuck
anything.
said, you supposed to come to my defense and help me out, but you won't get on that bitch out and come. Man, that retarded that
It's sad, bro, when you think about that shit.
lady know damn well nigga ain't say nothing about her wrong. All I said is I never talk to that lady again. She go on that bitch flash and talking about don't lie on me and this and that. Then, bro, you watch. She say she was right there while we did the interview. Man, this lady is fucking mentally ill. But just like me though, she ain't never been a fucking career day in her life. You dumbass nigga, you watching this shit. Yeah. You literally watching. What the fuck is, man? Stop playing me, man. Man,
I get why he handled it with care on Marco's first original shit. I get that, because he tried to give grace. He tried. I can't knock him for, he tried, but he goes the fuck off. You know what I mean? And I understand his energy, why he went off. I understand that shit.
say, man, story, look.
Because he started talking about his kids.
Hey, just leave it alone. And it ain't right. It ain't right. It ain't right, son.
He
It ain't
mad,
right,
bro. He mad.
Everybody want to respond to me.
I understand.
Damn. Nothing. Now I can't go back to sleep fucking with you.
I understand why he mad, bro.
Nigga ain't say nothing. What's wrong about this stupid ass hoe?
I know you didn't say nothing wrong about her. You didn't say nothing.
Nah, real talk, nigga ain't say nothing wrong about this stupid ass hoe. All I said, I never talk to this bitch again. She come on that bitch talking about my kids. What the fuck my kids got to do with anything, you dumb ass hoe? What the fuck is wrong with you, man? Then this bitch gonna say she was right there while we did the interview. Bitch, you ain't never been a career day in your life. A lot of people don't even know my relationship with this behind the scene, this stupid ass hoe spit in my grandma's face. This stupid ass bitch done spit in my face before. This ain't got
She said that basically she spit in his face, she spit in her son's face, and she spit in her grandma's face. And what she said and her response to him, we just going based off of that, dog.
no love for that hoe. I don't get no fuck. Then a lot of niggas gonna get on this bitch and say, oh, when I see him, I'm gonna beat his ass by what he said about his mom. Boy, I will kill your stupid ass.
This shit had me dead when he said this shit, cause he's serious, nigga. I listen. I trust that he will do this shit, or he gonna get somebody. Allegedly. Let me make sure this is alleged. Listen, all I'm gonna say is this shit had me fucking gone when he said this shit, dog.
You better ask her, man. I'll kill.
You said you better ask her, cause she said that shit. She literally went online and said, boy, I get my son to kill your ass. There's too many people saying that my son, Catrell will kill your ass. Okay? Sometimes you just gotta believe
Mind your motherfucking business. Then X got me so mad. He gonna post that stupid ass shit. You dumbass nigga.
Allegedly.
Bro, y'all, you had to do it. Call me and I can tell you, brother, lady never been a career day in her life. Can't you see she attention seeking? Man, I better leave me the fuck alone. That's what the fuck y'all better do, nigga. No fact.
Look at Marco. Look at Marco face.
Sitting there like, what do you say fuck me for?
What do you say
You know
fuck
what I'm
me
saying?
for?
Because
He just hopped off. He hopped off the live. Listen, all I'm gonna say is this: it's a lot of black men that go through this shit, and it's really kind of like it's sad, but it's crazy, but it's true. And to the men that go out there that have these issues with their mother, listen, man, it's different ways that you go about it. I would hope that you find healthier ways to go about this shit than to go off the way he did. But I understand why he did. Because again, she brought his kids into the situation, and it's like they ain't got nothing to do with that. Just come directly to me. Cause I'm the one that said what I said. It's been situations where I even thought about if I have kids, what would that dynamic be between me, my parents, and them? I mean, my mom and them. It's just, excuse me, it's a lot of things that go through my head as far as like that dynamic between my mother, and although my dynamic with my mother is not the best, I can understand how my dynamic of my children's dynamic with them, because I had it with her mother. She didn't have a good relationship with her mother. You know what I mean? And my grandmother tells me that. You know what I mean? But it's like she said that I'm trying now to reconcile that. You know what I mean? I'm trying now to fix that. It's just that it's almost a little too far too late, because of it's never too late. I get that. It's never too late. You can always try to find ways to compromise, but because of, you know, the whole aspect of you can't teach an old dog new tricks type of thing, is that energy as well mixed in with it. It's never too late. So it's like, sometimes it's never too late. Sometimes it's can't teach your old dog new tricks. I'm gonna leave it at that. I leave that on the note of try to find ways, young men and young women that have issues with the moms or the dads, try to find healthy ways to mend that relationship before it gets to a point where you're crashing out and you saying, fuck you. You feel me? Give a fuck about that bitch. You feel me? And then other niggas chiming in, they be like, boy, you better ask about me. You better ask her. I kill your dumb ass. That shit had me die. I'm not gonna hold you. I first heard that shit, I was laughing, dog. I was laughing because I know how serious that nigga is. But, you know, again, be safe. Be well, seek therapy. I do think that you should go to therapy. And I think that NBA, the way that he's come to that conclusion, I think that was therapy that helped him come to that conclusion. I can't guarantee you. He hasn't said that he's been to a therapist. I haven't heard him say that, but it could be the aspect of self-reflection too. You know what helped me with my process and my feelings is, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Anime helped me process why I feel the way I feel, because there's so many situations and lifestyles in different animes, and the anger and how anger was used to either take over the fucking world, harm other people around them, trick people, or it was converted to an aspect of I can use this fuel to passion to I can use this energy to fuel my passions, which is art, or which is talking, being a content creator on YouTube, and finding out ways that I can process my feelings and my thoughts on these platforms. So it's a way that you can go about it, man. There's a way that you can go about it. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Like that, we gone. Bun. Okay.